Wow, that was really intense. Really dark, really intense. Guys, welcome back. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and I just watched Song 3 of the Ithaca Saga, Odysseus, for the first time ever. Super intense, super awesome writing, cinematically, vocally, all the vocal colors, all the sound design as well. Really, really exceptional and perfect for this song. Enjoyed it a lot, but super, super dark. Please sit back, enjoy my first time reaction and musical analysis of this song. I'll see you after.
For 20 years I've suffered every punishment and pain, from the wrath of gods and monsters to the screams of comrades slain. I come back and find my palace desecrated, sacked like Troy. Worst of all, I hear you dare to touch my wife and hurt my boy. I have had enough.
Love. Also love we got red in the live stream, we got red in the animatic, and also, if you guys notice, this is the first time I'm ever using red in my studio because I knew the Ithaca Saga was like red vibed. Okay, this is awesome. This is awesome. We get a pretty standard chord progression, but veiled in darkness. And I love how this vocal line leads up to this high A belt from Jay, really nice high belt as he's revving up intensity throughout this vocal line. And then at the end delivers stuff in total voiceover, like non-pitch. I've had enough. Just like way low in that gravelly low, below his singing range. Definitely well below his singing range. We've heard Jay do this kind of breathy voiceover work before.
For 20 years I've suffered every punishment and pain,
we're in G,
from the wrath of gods and
F
monsters
major,
to the screams of comrades slain. I come back and find my palace desecrated, sacked like Troy. Worst of all, I hear you dare to touch my wife and hurt my boy.
Yeah, so we get this really nice G minor, F major, E flat major, D major. So 1, 7, 6, 5 with the 5 major in G minor. So that A wants to lead back to that G. And just such a nice build. So this is I was talking in the last video about how sometimes you want the instrumentation moving with the voice directly, and sometimes you want to write contrapuntally. This is a nice example where we have the chords going down, but we have Odie's voice going up. And it's a really nice contrast. They balance each other. So when the final low chord hits, he's nailing that really high note.
To touch my wife and hurt my boy. I have had enough.
Thank you, Mason. I love it. So we get this epic male choir in the background. We have these war drums. We have Odie in like rock guitar mode, which makes a lot of sense. Really, really, there's so much drive and so much power going through this section right now.
In the heat of battle at the edge of the unknown, somewhere in the shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage, we've the numbers and the might. No, you don't understand it. This man plans for every fight.
This is cool to get their perspective in, like, they're kind of going into like a horror movie here, and Odie is like the demon, the monster, if you will. It's cool to hear their perspective I don't think any of us are going to feel much pity for these guys, but it's cool to see their side of the story, and some of them are really afraid, and some of them are like, no, we've got the numbers, and other guys like, no, Odie's really smart, we're probably in trouble. I really, really like this.
Shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage, we've the numbers and the might.
No, you don't understand it. This man plans for every fight.
Gorgeous vibrato, whoever this is. Fight. On that D4, just beautiful. Good vocal fold closure, good power in that note. Power and vibrato.
You don't understand it. This man plans for every fight.
Wow, and then we get the red eyes coming out of the darkness. Yeah, I love the male epic choir is so cool, so good. The drums and the choir, brilliant, just a brilliant way to evoke intensity and, yeah, an epic sound to this very intense scene.
Where is he? Where is he?
Keep your head down, he's aiming for the torches.
Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his...
I recognize that voice. That sounded like the guy who sang Eurylochus, right? The third one. Also, I love the how distinct the voices are. Like, it really does feel like just a group of a bunch of different dudes all clamoring around in the darkness. And I think giving different vocal colors to all of them is really nice. Earlier, the guys that were worried had more timid sounds. And then the guys who are like braver about the situation have more intense, bigger sounds. It's really nicely done.
Our weapons, they're missing.
That one.
He's using the darkness to hide his approaches.
We're empty-handed, up against an archer. Our only chance is to strike him in the darkness.
This is cool. We have a solo cello happening with a lighter version of the kind of cinematic drums. Almost feels a little bit like the Polyphemus Saga, when there was like big solo double bass and very little else happening. We get a little movement from the percussion, we get this solo cello, and we get, of course, the suitors going back and forth, but not much is happening musically.
Up against an archer, our only chance is to strike him in the darkness. We know these odds, the odds can't be tilted. You don't think I know my own palace? I built it.
Oh shit. I don't know why they are not leaving out the front door. Get out. What are you doing?
Old king, our leader is dead. You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat.
This is a new voice to the cast. Really nice high G. So another tenor voice, another like a grittier, huskier high tenor voice, but the high G's are no problem. And again, a new vocal color to the ensemble.
King, our leader is dead. You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat.
And again, gorgeous vibrato. This is this musical theater style singing where the laryngeal position is rather high. It's a brighter sound. It's very speech focused. There's a lot of straight tone, and then vibrato often comes in on the longer notes. This is very, very straight up musical theater, and it's excellent. The singer is excellent. Sounds really, really good.
King, our leader is dead. You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat.
Gorgeous.
Oh, King,
See, that's just a nice belt. On that high G. Good vocal fold closure, good power, less gritty than some of the rest of the sounds. It's a more pure tone. And part of how this singer's achieving this is that glottal onset, old, instead of hold, instead of like a more coordinated onset, it's a harsher onset where the vocal folds really adduct. Old on that high G.
You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat. Oh, King,
see how pure that is?
instead, so that no more blood is shed. Let's have open arms instead.
No. No mercy. This really lovely plea, and then gets shot in the face.
Instead.
No.
He's more cunning than I assumed. While we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons inside this room.
This really feels like Cyclops Saga. The pulsing bass, the more speech-like low register, it's like ODY has become Polyphemus in that situation. But this is very similar vibes. It's the darker themes, it's the dark electronic with low stringed instruments. That's very much Cyclops Saga.
He's more cunning than I assumed. While we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons inside this room.
I find it hard to believe that the sharpest of kings left his armory unlocked.
So what? Now that we have armed ourselves, let's make the bastard rot.
Behind you!
Oh!
Throw down those weapons.
Dang. Telemachus getting up in here. Part of the bloodshed. And I love the piano motifs, indicating Athena is with our little wolf here.
Throw down those weapons, and I ensure you'll be spared.
After seeing what the king will do to us, we wouldn't dare.
We have a very, very light kick drum. It's almost imperceptible, but it does give this song a little bit of a pulse. We've got strings that feel like they're a mile away. We've got Telemachus in the middle singing, and then we have Athena's piano motif just reminding us that she's around.
Seeing what the king will do to us, we wouldn't dare.
I don't want to hurt you, but trust me, I've come prepared.
Your very presence is doomed the king, young prince. We don't fight fair.
Stop!
Brothers, we got company, and he's made a grave mistake. Left the weapons room unlocked, and now they're ours to take. Brothers, come and arm yourselves. There's a chance for us to win. We can still defeat the king if we all attack the prince.
God, great voice, too. These voices are so fitting. Really high B flat, gritty belt up there from our Melanthius. Yeah, really solid. I feel like the voices fit the characters. The melodic writing fits the moment. Awesome.
Weapons room unlocked, and now they're ours to take. Brothers, come and arm yourselves. There's a chance for us to win. We can still defeat the king if we all attack the prince.
Where is he? Where is he?
Capture him, he's our greatest chance.
Get off me! Get off me!
Fight till the prince can barely stand.
We've returned to this this chord progression where it goes the 1-7-6-5, except now we have this nice back and forth between Telemachus and the suitors happening above it, and there's drums as well. So the chord progression the same as whenever we heard it, but different musical foundation, different context as well. D. So we are in G still. That one.
Get off me!
Fight till the prince can barely stand.
Hold him down! Hold him down!
Make the king obey your commands.
Hold him down! Hold him down!
'Cause if he
Oh, then it goes back up to the G. It actually didn't go down to that D.
your commands.
Hold him down!
Back to the G minor.
'Cause if he won't, I'll break the king's
There it is.
hands. Got him.
Nope.
Mercy. Mercy. My mercy is long since drowned. It died to bring me home. And as long as you're around, my family's fate is left unknown. You plotted to...
This is so cool because we get this like dark electronic vibe with the guitars as well. They're pretty subdued, but like there's no melody to it, which feels like the humanity part of it, but he's like full monster now. So now it's just almost like voice acting and like noise as opposed to like singing these melodic, beautiful lines that Odie's done throughout the show. So it's like his humanity's gone. That's what it feels like to me.
Mercy.
Also, Odie does sing a low G, which is definitely the lowest I've heard him sing. I've heard him make noise. I've heard him phonate. I've heard Jay phonate that low, a little bit below in some of the voice acting bits, but I haven't heard him sing like tone on that low G ever. Like maybe A flat. He's gotten close, but I haven't heard him make actual tone on a low G.
Mercy. My mercy is long since drowned. It died to bring me home. And as long as you're around, my family's fate is left unknown. You plotted to kill my son. You planned to rape my wife. All of you are going to die.
So what's really interesting, though, is despite not having there actually is no clear melody in that section, but the vocal line is still getting higher, even amidst its noisy kind of sound production that Jay's putting on it, with all the rasp getting in it. You can still feel it getting higher and higher. Even though there's not like clear pitch, you can still feel it getting higher and higher as it goes throughout, which is another cool way to add intensity.
You filled my heart with hate. All of you who have done me wrong. This will be your fate!
Exhale. Damn. I love how long that chord just left us in it. It just left us in what he had just done. Again, we got another like really super low voice acting moment. Yes, we're going to go back. I'm going to put you through this again. Super low voice acting moment where he's operating even below his singing voice in that kind of gravelly part, right? Sounds different when I do it than when he does it. And then it goes into this section where he's cutting heads off. At least that's what this animatic is depicting. Pretty dark. Pretty dark, dude.
You filled my heart with hate.
Heart, got the heartbeat going. Love a heartbeat thrown into the sound. It's just such a distinctive sound. All of you who have done me wrong.
All of you who have done me wrong.
Wrong. Yeah, it's about there. Like pitch-wise. I don't know what that is, but...
You filled my heart with hate. All of you who have done me wrong. This will be your fate!
Also, very cool sound design, how we have this heartbeat, we have these noises, right? Like, almost like horror movie soundscape design. And then all that goes away and it's just choir. It's just this male choir, this epic choir.
Will be your fate!
And screams, yeah. It's like 12 seconds sustain on the last one. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'd say darker than the Cyclops Saga, for sure. Wow. Awesome. All right, guys. It's my first time reaction and analysis of Song 3 of the Ithaca Saga. Odysseus makes his return home, takes what is his, pays the iron price. Awesome. If you guys enjoyed this, if you learned something, if you gained appreciation for Epic the Musical or the writing or the singing or any of it, please do consider joining my Patreon. That's the best way to support me. And I'll see you for the final 2 songs of Epic the Musical in a few days. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.